Athletic Bilbao are one of the most successful clubs in the history of Spanish football. They have won 8 La Ligas, and alongside Barcelona and Real Madrid are one of only 3 clubs never to be relegated from the top flight. But many may not know that they owe their success to a man from Wolverhampton. Fred Pentland managed the club over 2 different spells, winning them multiple honours and helped to make the club that they are today. This is a story of Fred Pentland, the man who made Athletic Bilbao. Fred Pentland was born in Wolverhampton on the 29th of July 1883. He began his playing career as Small Heath, now known as Birmingham City, but only played 1 senior game before he moved to Blackpool. He went on to have a nominal career as a forward, turning out for teams such as Blackburn Rovers, Brentford, QPR and Middlesbrough, also winning 5 caps for England. His career ended due to injury in 1914, and he will quickly transition into management. Pentland travelled to Germany to manage their national team for the upcoming Olympics, but soon war was declared. Fred Pentland was soon detained in a POW camp in Ruhleben. Football would not leave his mind though, as he often organised football matches between fellow inmates, one of whom was Derby legend Steve Bloomer. After being released from prison during the war, he returned to England and then went to France, first managing Strasbourg and then taking France to the semi-finals of the 1920 Olympics. He crossed the border to Spain, where he took over at Racing Santander and was soon poached by Athletic Bilbao, the start of a beautiful friendship. Bilbao had employed a number of British managers previously, but Pentland asked for a different style of play. Their previous managers had adopted a policy of long balls, but Pentland focused on short, sharp passing and set up his side in a 2-5-3 formation to give them the advantage in midfield. Pentland was a perfectionist, teaching players how to tie their shoes correctly in his first training session, and quickly became beloved amongst fans and players alike for his intelligence and optimism. He would often engage with fans of the club in the street, quickly becoming known as an approachable man. He hugely helped the at the time amateur Spanish game develop, encouraging the board to give his players professional contracts and carefully planned his weekly training sessions. His philosophy was that if you got the simple things right, the rest would follow. Pentland became quickly recognisable for his bowler hat and cigar, commonly puffing on it during games. His hat earned him the nickname El Bombin, and after big wins, he would allow players to stamp on it in celebration. Whilst he had a warm personality, any player who didn't line up to his philosophy was soon shown the door. In 1923, he won his first piece of silverware of the club, as Athletic Bilbao defeated Espirito Europa 1-0 in the Copa del Rey final. In 1925 though, following a dispute with the board, he left the club and went to another team in red and white in Atletico Madrid. He left after a year to join Real Oviedo, and then returned to Atletico, where he won them the Campeonato del Centro. He joined the coaching staff for a Spain game against England in 1929, as the Spanish defeated the English 4-3 to become the first non-British team to defeat England. In 1929, after leading Atletico Madrid in the inaugural La Liga season, he would return to Bilbao. His second spell would be a golden era. In 1930, Athletic Bilbao won their first La Liga title undefeated, then added a Copa del Rey to become the first Spanish side to win the League and Cup double. The next season, they made it a double-double, and defeated Barcelona 12-1 and Real Madrid 6-0 along the way. Their impressive style of football was leaving supporters amazed as the club shot to the summit of the Spanish game. They added further silverware with 2 more Copa del Reys in 1932 and 1933, making it 4 in a row and having many declare them as the king of cups. Pentland had made Atletico Bilbao the team to beat in Spain, but sadly his time at the club was about to end for good. In 1933, he decided to leave, as he felt he had become too close of friends with the players, and as a result was no longer able to effectively coach them. He joined Atletico Madrid again in 1934, but this return was brief, as soon the Spanish Civil War broke out, which saw him return home to England. The Bilbao players still remembered Pentland's lessons, winning further the Ligas in 1934 and 1936. Fred Pentland had his only managerial job in England with Barrow, managing them for 2 years before retiring from the game. Fred Pentland attended a game between Athletic Bilbao and West Brom at the Hawthorns in 1958, and in 1959, Athletic Bilbao hosted a friendly match with Chelsea in the aim of paying homage to Pentland. The former Bilbao manager took the kick-off, and after doing so, allegedly said to the athletic board members, "Now I can die in peace." Three years after the friendly, Fred Pentland died on the 16th of March 1962 at the age of 78. Fred Pentland rightfully remains held in high esteem by the Bilbao faithful today. He led the club to 7 major honours and played a key part in them becoming one of the most successful clubs in the history of Spanish football. His incredible knowledge of the game was priceless to the Basque side, and the club may well be nothing without him. Pentland's influence would have been vital to the English game, but it was in the Basque region where he became a legend, and the people of Bilbao will forever be raising their pecan punches to the man smoking a cigar in a bowler hat who made their dreams become reality.